Meet Bruce Willis. Been in the news of late. He's got some health issues going on. He's not making movies anymore, I understand. So let's find out what we can about Bruce Willis. So let's talk about who he is. Bruce Willis is a tree face, very long rectangular face. Tree faces, just as a tree is deeply rooted, he's deeply rooted. Can take the winds of life very nicely, likes to grow on his own, does not like to be trimmed back, doesn't like to be told what to do. His gift to mankind is the ability to spread his branches and protect. That is his overriding strength. I also like to look at the right and left eye. The right eye is what we show to the world. It's our public persona. It's our mother's influence. The left is our true inner private self, and it's our father's influence. We normally see positive on the right and a little bit of negative or intensity on the left. In his case, we see kind of negative on both sides. If we cover up that left eye and you just look at that right eye, he's worried. When you have health issues, worry is going to be part of that emotion that's going to come into your life. Now, cover up that right eye. We look at the left eye only. Very fatigued. He's extremely tired. His ears are huge. This indicates longevity and risk-taking. Obviously, he's done his share of risk-taking in his acting career. Most actors will, and they're comfortable with that. But longevity's in the cards, which is technically a good thing. It indicates usually strong health. Forehead, there's a bigness to his forehead, so he's a deep thinker. He enjoys the process of thinking. But notice the lines that come across his forehead, and they kind of dip in the middle. This refers to the large intestine, or indicates large intestine function. So there's a prolapse of his large intestine. The large intestine comes up on the right, turns by the liver, traverses the abdomen. That's kind of drooped down, bends by the spleen, goes down, and everything comes out. I think we can't ignore the emotional content here. There's just a weakness. That means there's a deficiency. It's giving way. The emotion of a large intestine is despair. We're going to dig into that a little deeper when we get to his cheeks. So if you look at his cheeks, you cannot not see that incredibly deep crease. It's much deeper on that right side. This is despair, has to do with a female, could be despair across the board, but there's definitely some issues with a female. Don't know what his relationship with was his mom. He was married to be more. Again, lots of despair. A lot of it has some gender specificity towards the female. Underneath your eyes, you notice the puffiness that's there. This is a kidney deficiency. Kidney governs bone, but the emotion of the kidney is fear. So he's worried, he's exhausted, he's fearful. I'm sure his condition is a rather serious one, and that's going to drive this in. Also notice these lines that come from the corner of the nose, come down the side. They're called nasal labial lines. In my world, we refer to them as fa ling. Fa ling means purpose and spiritual strength. He's found his purpose, he's living his purpose, he has immense spiritual strength, but they go too long. They should not go past the corner of the mouth. When they do that, this is a sign he's under too much stress, and he is. Eyes are also unlevel, just slightly. This indicates a traumatic brain injury of some kind, or some kind of brain inflammation. I don't know what's going on. I think there's some neurodegenerative condition going on, but he's feeling it, and everything on his face at this point in his life, he's showing that. So that is Bruce Willis. We're asked over and over and over again, can you read my face? The answer is yes. Matter of fact, I'd love to read your face. All you got to do is go to WTFWhytheface.com. Now, there's several options there. It's not a costly thing to do. First option is I can simply give you a written report. It'll be 7-8 pages long. I will read your face. I will go over psychological aspects, traits that are positive, traits that are negative, also some health issues. That is one fee. The second option is you'll also get a 7 to 8 page written report. Plus, I will physically call you. Questions will come up. I usually spend 30 to 60 minutes on the phone with you. Obviously, it's a little higher price because it's going to be more time involved. But a lot of questions will come up and you'll say, okay, I got that, but what does that really mean? And I can kind of explain a little more in depth. The third option is, again, 7 to 8 pages. I'll call you. But we can also discuss some options. If there's some things that you're concerned with, we can kind of point you in a direction. I can't physically treat you, but I can certainly make some suggestions when you talk to your own doctor. Pay attention to this or whatever it might be. So if you're interested, please upload your faces and we will be happy to read them for you. Would love to do it.